Welcome to Fiendius Crafting, Episode 4, The Book Nook. I'm Matt, and in this episode we are going to be taking a scrap piece of oak, like this, and we are going to be making a little book nook. I don't know, it's really called a book nook, book triangle. You can put, so a lot of the ones I saw on Etsy, they're a little bit smaller because you just put your reading glasses in here. But I had a friend ask me to make one a little bit bigger so they can put like a mug, like their coffee mug. And then what happens is you put your book here and it saves your spot, and then you got your coffee mug, you can go drink or hot cocoa. Yep, that's what we're doing. Okay, I had a friend ask me to make them I don't know if it's called a book nook, but that's what I'm calling it. Okay, and basically it's a triangle like this that they can put a coffee mug here. Okay, it's a terrible drawing. And then they can put a book right here. Okay. They don't want it too wide or too tall, but they want it a sizable, or for a sizable mug. So the biggest mug that I have is 5 inches tall and about 4 inches in diameter. Okay, that's my mug. Okay, so I need to make sure that that's 5 and that's 4, whatever dimensions or angles I make. And then I got this X value as 10, which is quite nifty. It's exactly 10 inches. So I got 10 inches here, 10 inches there. What was that? Oh, 10 inches there. Equilateral. That is not what I was wanting. Okay. I've got this scrap piece of oak that I am going to use. And it is about 7 1/4 wide, which, the depth doesn't really matter too much. It needs to be able to stand on its own. So, I've got 30 inches. I got plenty. So, I've got enough wood here. So I need to cut these angles. Oh, it's 60. Well, that makes sense. All that work. 60 degrees makes an equilateral triangle. Well, this should be easy. Just cut this angle here, 60 degrees. And then just cut them 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. They'll all fit together nice and neat. So let's do that. Okay, so I got this cup here, which this cup is kind of small and it barely fits. This was the cup I wanted to fit in there. Does not fit whatsoever. So, what if we, after all that math, comes down to a fail. What if I cut some little angle pieces like this that I just happen to have from cutting all those pieces? Would that make it big enough? It gives it a nice shape. Not quite, but I mean, this is comparatively small, large. I could cut it a little bit bigger. Okay, now let's do a test fit, I guess you could call it. Like that. Yeah? Okay, and then we get the cup. Ooh, cup fits. The cup fits. Okay, so I'm going to get out my little 80 grit sandpaper here. For the glue up, because it'll be quite difficult to use regular clamps on the wood that press in one direction. I don't have the fancy the clamps that kind of wrap around and kind of hold it in. So I'm going to use the old tape trick and see how it goes. Okay, so the glue has finished drying. Tape off. Okay, got all the blue tape off. It looks pretty good. Oh, no, never mind. Didn't get all the blue tape off. But we got some cracks here for my angles, so I'm going to fill those with some wood putty, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so it is dry. All my putty is dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my belt sander and try and break these corners just a little bit. Sand it down a little bit. Yep. Now I'm going to take some 80 grit and kind of hand sand it. Okay, now I'm going to take my sander with 80 grit paper and get all these bigger faces. Okay, so I've already got the bit set in here. It's just going to cut off just at an angle, 45-degree angle. And I'm going to cut off the inside and the outside on the front and the back. Okay, the edges look all nice and pretty, but now we're gonna sand them again because I got little black marks from the router table. Okay, I've got 3 of them ready to go. So I just got this Minwax fast drying polyurethane. I'm not going to put any finish, any stain. I'm just going to do this polyurethane because it really makes the natural wood color pop out. Alright, the book Nook is done, and look at how it turned out. I put a little rubber nub, or 4 rubber nubs on it. It is a little bit fatter than I had envisioned, but the design wasn't exactly what I was going for. Besides, where it came out a little too short, so I had to make these little extra nubs here. But I do like how it turned out. So that's number 1. And then number 2, this is how it was supposed to turn out, with these kind of pointed edges. So this one's a little bit thinner, but it's still big enough for that coffee mug. But then I kind of decided I really liked this flat edge here. And so then I made model number 3. So it is flat on the edges. Again, still big enough for the mug, for the book. The nubs as well. So as always, I made 6 of these. 1 of those was for my friend. So I've got another 5 that I will be listing on Etsy. The link for those will be down below. We will catch you in the next video.